Think of all your wives and girlfriends that are going to see this and they're going to want an RC truck. Now that is your open ticket, guys. They're going to see this beautiful TRX4 and they're going to want you to build them one. I've done this for you guys, not for me. What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. This is part 2 of the Traxxas TRX4 Sport build. This video has been sponsored by Euro RC. Massive thumbs up to them. There's a link to the website in the description. There's also a discount code in there as well, so definitely go down and check that out. In the last video we got the chassis into where it is now, rolling, and then in this video we're going to stick the electronics in, get it running, take it for a little drive, give it a quick test. And then in the third video, it's going to be a full run video. We're taking it to Bed's Electric Radio Control Club. Check them out, as a link for the description there as well. It's in Bedford in the UK. We're going to take it there and we're going to put it on their course and give it a really good test. And I'm going to see what all the fuss is about with these TRX4s, because everyone says they're really good and this is my first one. Anyway, let's have a look at what's going in it and then we'll crack on with the build. So we're going brushed at the moment. I may in a future build upgrade this to a brushless, not sure yet what I'm doing, but we're going brushed and we're going for my old faithful. And again, these are really popular, very good crawler ESCs, probably the best you can get actually. It's the Hobbywing 1080. It's an 80 amp brushed crawler specific ESC with a program card, lots of different settings and stuff on this. Link for this in the description as well. Very good ESC, so we've got that going in. Cheap 25 kilo servo, they're waterproof. This one's a high voltage one, and on this ESC I'm pretty sure you can switch to the high voltage. So this is the steering servo that's going in. And then the motor. Now I was going to put a Holmes Hobby in, but I struggled to get hold of one in time, so I've gone for Traction Hobbies. It's a 550 motor and it's a 28T. It's the RS 550 from them now. So the reason I bought this one, I love the Traction Hobby stuff, and if this motor's powerful enough to power them big 1.8 things, then I'm pretty sure it's going to be fine in this 110 TRX4. So as well as the electronics, I've got the body to paint. The colour I've gone for is very boring, but it's white. White Knight from Gore RC. 2 tins of that should be enough. The reason I've gone for white, one, you don't see many white TRX4. You see lots of red ones and blue ones and yellow ones. Not seen many white ones. And white's a really good colour to go with black, which has got a load of black accessories on it. The white is going to look really nice against the black wheels and the black chassis and bits and pieces. That's why I've chosen it. It's a nice colour. It's a good, simple, clean colour. Sometimes them clean colours are the best ones. Right, I'm going to get the electronics in, and then the body I'm going to do last. Format of this video is going to be a bit different to the last one. The last one you asked me questions, really appreciate that. I enjoyed answering some of the questions. We've got no questions for this one, not that I've seen anyway. So this is just going to be a basic little time lapse. We'll get the electronics in, I'll show you when I've finished doing it, and then I'll show you prepping and painting the body, and then we should be ready to take it out for just a quick shake down, make sure it's alright before we then take it and give it a really good test. Back in a minute. Motor and servo in. Super quick unboxing of the Quicrun Crawler ESC. And I'm only doing this just to show you how nice these things look. It's the only reason I buy them, because they look so nice. Joke, they're really good. There's the ESC. Very nice, fully waterproof. This one's got an XT60 connector on it, which is really good for me because I'll be using XT60. Motor wires, I'll probably cut them down because these are huge on this Traction Hobby. Or I might, if they reach, I might solder them straight to the motor, I don't know. And then your little push button. I like the push buttons on ESCs rather than switches. Get your little program card, very handy for setting up all sorts of stuff like your running modes, battery types, cut-off voltages, initial start, brake force and stuff. Loads of bits and pieces on the back. Instructions, little cable to connect it to program it, and some Hobbywing stickers. Right, I shall carry on. is finished.
Yes.
Everything went together absolutely fine, no issues apart from, you'll notice it's got a slightly different servo on there. It's now got a 15 kilo one. I had an issue with that, we'll talk about that in a minute. Other than that, it's all done, it's all plumbed in, and it is looking good. Now, you'll notice the body's not on it yet. As well as having the issue with the servo, I had a slight mishap. Well, it wasn't really a mishap, and it was a mishap on the body. I was going for white, as you know, and then I decided that it might look quite good with a little hint of pink. Anyway, here it is. So, yeah, that little hint of pink turned into pretty much pink. So, anyway, let's get you in closer, and then we'll just talk about what happened to the servo, and then we'll talk about the lovely body. I kind of like pink. So I had this 25 kilogram servo in there. Got the program card in. Now, this does say high voltage, and it says 4.8 to 7.4 volts. So I went in, I switched the BEC to 7.4. The servo went all the way over to the left and then just stayed there and wouldn't move. So I switched it back and it didn't make any difference. I'm not sure if I done something to this or burnt this out by switching it to max voltage. Although it does say it take 2S, like 7.4 volts. Didn't like it. So this servo's out of my RGT. It's only a 15 kilo one. It'd do for now. I'm probably going to change it though, but it's absolutely fine for now. Program the ESC using the program box here. Got pretty much everything on like the base settings. The things I've changed, what have I changed? I changed the drag brake was on 9, which is 100%. I've changed that to 60% drag brake, and we'll adjust that as and when. The drag brake rate, I'm not sure what that means in levels. So that's mid-level. I've got that level 5. Everything else, start-up punch, we're on middle of that as well, level 4 or 5, and everything else is as it comes. And then we can just play about a bit, and that's the good thing about this. Plugs into the top, and you can do it on the fly. You just have to turn it off, plug it in, turn it back on, and it'll come up, and you'll be able to do your settings, and then off you go. Obviously, you have to switch it on and off before your settings take. Running the good old faithful Dumbo RC transmitter. This one is a 5 channel, is it 6? This one is a 6 channel. So option for lights, sound, and all sorts of stuff in this. So I've chosen that. Receiver box, this is meant to be 180 degrees round the other way, but you have to put extenders on your cables and stuff. So I flipped it round. I put 2 extra holes in and just moved it back slightly, because when you flip it round, this little cover, because it's waterproof, this little cover catches on like your side step bracket there. So I've drilled a couple of holes, moved it back probably about a centimetre or so, and that's in there perfectly. We'll just switch it on, then we'll put the body on, and we'll just take it out for a quick run in the garden, make sure everything's working fine, and then what I'm really looking forward to doing is getting this on the proper crawler course. Anyway, let's get battery in and let's fire it up. So let's talk about the colour first. Yes, I messed up, but let's turn that into a positive. Just think of all your wives and girlfriends that are going to see this and they're going to want an RC truck. Now that is your open ticket, guys. They're going to see this beautiful pink TRX4 and they're going to want you to build them one. I've done this for you guys, not for me. Oh, a bit slippery there. So I've not got the accessories on yet, just painting them. They're going to match it. Yes, there's going to be some pink and black on there. Just a very quick run now, just to make sure everything's alright. Bit of a shake down. Oh, come on. No, we're not going to go over there. Really recommend this build. I did make a few mistakes, I did miss a few bits out. I had to go back and add some screws where I'd missed some out. Main one under here, the bearing that goes into the back of the portal, I'd forgot to put the 3 little retaining screws in, so the bearing just fell out. But other than that, nice build. I actually really like the colour. My daughter loves it, so that's the important bit, isn't it? This is going to be for her. See, this little run in the garden is definitely not going to test this thing out at all. Just a little, just checking everything's working. All seems good to me. And then we're going to get it to that crawler course and give it a proper workout. It's got a nice climb there. It's quite steep there. Nice, slow, nice bit of clearance underneath. I actually really like the colour. I know some of you out there won't like it. I really do. For this course I've made for like up to about 1/12 scale, so you can see it's pulled this down a little bit. And there it is. Anyway, massive thanks to Euro RC for sponsoring this build. I think it's turned out quite nice considering I made that slight mistake. Look out for the next video on this. We're taking it to the Beds Electric Radio Control Club. They've got an awesome crawler course. We're going to give this a test completely stock. I've set all the suspension settings and everything, bumpers, everything's fitted as stock. Someone's told me you can adjust the bumpers to raise them up a bit, but completely stock with them electronics that I've put in it. Let's give this thing a test, see how it gets on. Cheers for watching, guys. I will see you next time.